Right. Okay. So for our next bit, we're going to do a little bit of sort of guessing here. We know that Marvel is coming to 3.0. We've seen images. You've already seen Ultron and Hulkbuster in person,
Oh, Hulkbuster.
and we know
I
we've
love him.
we've seen a few press shots, and also JV has said there are more Marvel stuff to come, and we know there's a play set coming. So the question really is, what do you think is going to be coming? How do you think Marvel is going to play out in 3.0?
Okay, well, for me, I still think, and I've been saying this for a while, but I feel like it's not going to be an Age of Ultron playset. It's not going to be an Ant-Man playset. I think it's going to be like a hybrid playset, something that happens in between both the Avengers and Ant-Man that kind of ties the whole thing together. So I feel like it's going to be a Ultron Ant-Man hybrid playset. And as far as figures go, I feel like we know Ultron and Hulkbuster. I feel like Scarlet Witch is going to be a figure, and I definitely feel like Vision will be. I'm skeptical with Quicksilver. I don't know yet because of you also have to include Ant-Man, and definitely since we have Ultron, we're going to need Yellow Jacket, so it kind of makes sense. So I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, but at this point, I think that's the route they're taking. It's going to be a hybrid playset. Will they have more figures than that? I don't know, but Quicksilver would be the next choice.
See, we've also got Civil War coming out in sort of March, haven't we? Next year, so still within the 3.0 timeline. So I'm thinking if it's going to be a playset, a combination. It could either be a combination of those three movies. Or it could be a new story involving whoever's in those three movies. I think, just Quicksilver, Scarlet Witch, and Vision that were introduced in Age of Ultron make complete sense. I can't even. I think Scarlet Witch needs a strong female. She fits the bill.
And yes, Scarlet Witch.
Scarlet Witch fits that bill. Vision, I can't see them. They've been pushing these characters in place. So that's where I think, we're going to see a little bit more of these characters we saw at Age of Ultron and also in Civil War. I'm just trying to think who else from the lineup that they could. I think Ant-Man is a shoo-in.
If you're saying Civil War, I'm thinking we need the villain.
Oh, Crossbones.
Yep, that's what I was thinking. I wanted to pull them up before you even said.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's the case, then yeah, you would need him too.
I mean, I don't know whether or not they'll introduce Wasp. Wasp is.
That's interesting. Maybe.
I could easily. I'm thinking here, like, if they're gonna do it, they're gonna have 6 to 7, 8 characters. So Ultron is the villain, Hulkbuster, and then I'm guessing, to me, Quicksilver makes very much sense because they've already got the dash ability built in. They've already got some of that in there, so they've already got a speedster in, so they could do that. I can't see them going off to doing like Black Panther, Captain Marvel, or anything like that just yet because they've got those. They're going to keep that for when those.
Yeah, they can back pocket those absolutely.
It would make sense to use the characters that we've just pushed into the mainstream this year with Age of Ultron and Ant-Man. They could throw us a few sort of different, because I didn't really expect Falcon in 2.0. So he was a bit of an and we had Nova and Iron Fist that really weren't that well known that much, but that's how I think a lot of people are. No one I think would be surprised with any of those characters that we've talked about coming out.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be an interesting. I mean, I hope they announce something soon because I feel like we've been in the shadows for too long. But I still think we're not gonna know until either Ant-Man has released in theaters or maybe like the week of. But other than that, yeah, we're just gonna have to wait patiently.
Yeah, I mean, it's like if they announced an Ant-Man and Yellow Jacket figures literally just as that movie hits, it's going to get extra attention. People will be like, oh, I want Ant-Man, because they seem to, it's like Tomorrowland, put those discs out there when the movie comes out to try and kind of cash in on it. They did it last year with Maleficent. It makes sense to then make announcements near when people are starting to think about those characters, and then it makes it look like the new game is very fresh and new with having all of these concepts in. Yeah,
No, totally agree. Totally.
but
agree.
also I'm looking at how the last sort of 6-8 weeks has gone with Disney Infinity free announcements. Up till E3 has pretty much just been about the launch stuff that we're kind of assuming at this point. The Inside Out, the Rise of the Empire, and also Twilight of the Republic. And it made sense for them to almost like finish that off, get that all out there, give lots of gameplay footage, let people know about it, get the power discs out there. And they've kind of been consistent in, they put out so much information. I think it made sense to hold back on the Marvel. I think it made complete sense to trying to talk about all these different things would have been so hard. So if they go to San Diego Comic-Con and go, here is Marvel, everyone would be like, it would just make more sense. But I think it's still going to be a lot of Star Wars stuff at Comic-Con.
Oh yeah, I think Star Wars is going to be a big presence at Comic-Con.
I still don't think we'll see much of Force Awakens yet.
Yeah, we're going to have to see it before game launch, which is it's just going to have to, because it's going to be in the Hall of Galactic Heroes. So, if anything, I think Comic-Con would be the best choice. Or if not D23, but D23, there's a whole different theory behind D23 behind me, and I'm sure you, and actually I think Travis, that we have going for D23 as far as what they're going to announce there.
Yeah, I think at D23 we're going to find out a little bit more about maybe a little bit more with the Disney side, maybe a Disney Wave 2. If that's
okay.
Going to be coming.
Since we're talking about it, yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say. I feel like we might hear, like you said, Wave Disney 2, and possibly maybe if there's more playsets. I don't know.
Who knows? I'm really hopeful. It's kind of quite hard. I think there's still part of me that thinks, well, we got 5 in 3.0 already sort of told to us, and I think after 3 last year, it's like, well, we got more, so it's fine. But I think there's still people I think they know that they need more. People need places. They need that structured play more.
Well, if I remember D23 2013, when they announced that we already had 5 playsets, and then boom, they announced Toy Story there, and then they also announced a huge other wave of characters. So who knows? Maybe.
Well, if you look back at D23 from that point, and look at how 1.0 worked out, Toy Story, the playset came out a couple of months after launch, which I loved. I loved that when they did that. And this is something I'm excited. Oh, we've got a special guest on the show this week.
Stop talking.
He's trying to get in. He's trying to get a power disc. So yeah, with the D23, we had those, and then we had all those toy box characters announced at D23. So, and they were like wave 2 and 3 of 1.0. So yeah, fingers crossed. And like you say, once that game hits our hands, we're going to get into those. Yeah, we're going to get into that. We're going to get into the game, and we're going to see stuff. And they don't want the same repeat of what happened with Tron Gate.
Oh God, no! Yeah, no more.
Yeah. So it's going to be the thing. I think they've got like 2 more months to sort of spread out the announcements before. I think it'll be very hard to keep any surprises for anything after the game's in your hand.
Exactly.
Until they start doing big patches. But I'm guessing they'll probably do the same thing they've done before. The minute 3.0, the truck leaves and they wave it off, they'll be like, 4.0, get on. Get back to work.
Exactly.
Yeah. They're probably already on to 5.0 by now, but yeah, they've.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sure they're definitely on that.
But no, I think the next couple of months is going to be pretty interesting. Like you said, we've still got 2 playsets we know nothing about. We've seen plenty of footage of the free ones we've seen so far. We're a couple of weeks out from Comic-Con. I think we are going to find out the release date of all the launch stuff this week.
Hopefully, yeah.
I'm just thinking. I think JV did say.
I hope it's before I go out of town. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see. Yeah, should as soon as we know the release date, which should be sometime early next week, which is basically like the next couple of days. So I think it's got to that point where, I don't think they can hold out much longer on that release date.
I've been like this ever since. I'll be like, release date.
It's hard with this, I think how far we are going to be away, but also, all the retailers, that information is kind of feeding through on different retailers for pre-ordering and stuff. And I think people just want to know when it's coming out. And if they want to get a jump on Skylanders and Lego and they want to jump ahead of them, which I think we're all kind of feeling like it probably will do, they're going to want to get that date out as quickly as possible. And I'm really looking forward to, in a couple of days' time, we're going, we'll have 3.0 next month. I would love that.
Oh, man. Don't get me excited. And also, don't scare my wallet. So,
yeah, I am not. I have started a pot where I have now actually starting to put some of my money in every week, put aside to start building up my collection.
I'm already, because I'm thinking like Comic-Con. There's so many like Funko Pop out there that somebody wants to.
Yeah, I do actually have
And-
an infinity pot to put money.
So tough. Anyways, hopefully we'll know soon, but hopefully I'll be out of town when they make the announcement, because where I'm going, actually I tweeted where I'm going, I'm going to be close to Avalanche, so hopefully
Yeah.
but I won't get reception, so I won't know.
No,
Yeah,
you're going to the Outback.
sort of, yeah.
Yeah. But no,
It's the American Australia there, so
yeah. Well, I do remember. I mean, I have been to Utah, and yeah, it's very, very dry, very different to
Very
LA.
cold.
Yes, but no, it should be good. I think we're going to be. It's going to be July is going to be interesting, because I think that's San Diego Comic-Con. Is going to really kind of boost up and get everything going, and I think we're just going to see lots more drip feeding of that information. It feels hard after the amount of information we've had over the last 6 weeks. We've just had to consolidate, take it all in, and it's been an incredible sort of 6 weeks for news. Really, I think because with 2.0 we were so drip fed, it's been very different. Yeah, and I think this way is working better. Information's out there. There's always going to be questions. Was this? Was that?
Yeah.
If they announce 10 figures today, the question tomorrow is, what's next? That's always going to be the question.
It's gonna be like, what? Why are we getting all 10 of those? Why aren't we getting these?
Yeah. It's one of the. It's like 5 play sets. Yeah. Or are we going to get a 6th? Can we get a 7th? It's just.
Dude, if they announce 15 play sets, people would still not be happy.
Yeah, I think that's it. It'd be like they can announce all of it, and then someone goes, "Where's Pete's Dragon? I want a Pete's Dragon playset."
Yeah, I want Gravity Falls. Where's Gravity Falls? Although I feel like they might be in this game if there is a wave 2. So I don't know about playset, but I don't know.
I could see a Dipper and Mabel toy box characters.
I'm thinking Grunkle Stan too.
See, I always start wondering when they start getting into 3s and 4 characters, do you starting to go into playset zone then?
No, because I mean we basically have 2. Don't we have some that are just 3 and?
Oh, we'll have the 3 now for Frozen.
Yeah, we're gonna definitely be up to 3, and the bases are different, so clearly smells strictly toy box. So.
Actually, I must admit, I think if they were looking at toy box only characters, I would like to see a Phileas and
A Furbyman. Phineas.
We got Phileas. Yeah, we got Ferb and the Mabel and Dipper, just to kind of finish off that sort of. In some way, it'd be nice to kind of maybe close off some of the things from 1.0 and 2.0, so we can move on to the next stuff, rather than it. Still feels odd that we got Phileas but not Ferb.
Well, then you're gonna start a big conversation about like, well, where's Honey Lemon and Wasabi and Fred, or how about Genie and Jafar? I mean, you could keep going forever, but I don't know. Hopefully they'll back pocket those for later on.
Yeah, I mean they've got years to do bits and pieces.
Yeah.